Zach J, great question here. Which player do we see making a big leap this year with the new regime? This one's easy. Jeff Okudah. I think he's going to make a much bigger leap this year because, first off, our defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, was a defensive backs coach. Coming in here, I think he's going to simplify what was taking place. You got the chance for him to actually go to mini camps and have training camp with a competent regime, as well as the fact he's healed. And I think that is going to be the guy who makes a fairly big leap. What say you, Mark?
Yeah, I'm going to say DeAndre Swift makes a huge leap and gets over 1,200 yards. I think he's going to be really good this year, and he's going to add a ton of yards through the air as well, man. He's going to help out Goff a lot in that passing game. I'm going to say definitely DeAndre Swift and make himself a Pro Bowl berth in his second year. I like him a lot.
Oh, I like Swift a lot too, and I think he can really do damage. Again, if we solidify this offensive line and we are a more balanced football team, in which we are going to be, he could definitely have a giant impact if he could stay healthy. Let's talk about running back position. Who should we attack the second running back in free agency or in the draft? This is a huge question. Everybody's split on this. Mark, what say you?
What's the question again? Say it again, Mike. Sorry, man.
Who can be – we got a number 2 running back position that we're going to probably go ahead and attack. Free agency or the draft. What should we do it in? What player would you look at? Because, yes, it's just a number 2, but, folks, we do have injuries, and we are going to run the football more than we have in the last 12 years.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys I really like. I really don't want to draft anybody, though. I'd rather concentrate. I'd rather concentrate on if they're going to draft. I'd rather concentrate on defense or O-line or even a wide receiver. Free agency wise, I still really like Mike Davis. I have this little thing for him right now, man. He's 28 years old, man. He really stepped up for Carolina. Ran really well for them when McCaffrey went down. That's a guy that I really like. Or they could go like maybe a Todd Gurley. He's still only 26 years old.
Yeah.
Has a lot of familiarity with Goff, Brad Holmes. He could be a guy they could lure over for a 1-year deal, man. Get one of those guys to help out Swift. I think it'd be nice.
Now, I think when I looked at Todd Gurley, I don't know if I released the video yet or not. I did a video, a bunch of running backs in free agency. What I assumed is his contract's going to be a 1-year deal of around $5.5 million, 2 years of around $11 million.
100%.
That does worry me a little bit because of the cap space and his knee injury history. Another individual I want to talk about, and actually the Gridiron Blitz talked about this, is Malcolm Brown. Just like Frog Crop just said right there. Shout out to you for literally reading the mind here. Malcolm Brown, coming from the Rams. He is young, and I think he could really be a cheap player to come in and be a complement to DeAndre Swift. So if you're looking free agency, I would look at that. Maybe they had, because they're going for connections here. Remember when Dan Campbell said players with connections? And obviously there's a couple teams. You got the Chicago Bears. You got the Los Angeles Rams, the New Orleans Saints. There's teams that he's familiar with. So maybe look at free agents from there. And Mark Ingram could be an individual. He was with the Saints. So that is definitely true, just like that was said right there. Yeah. Would you trade back and take Bateman or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? I would definitely trade back. One Pride 40, interestingly enough, I did a mock draft and I traded back and took Owusu-Koramoah at the 19th pick. Got the first round pick with the 19th pick, next year's first round pick, and a third round pick. Koramoah would be a nice fit. I think if he can put on a little bit of weight, 10, 15 pounds, he'd be the same size as Lavonte David, linebacker. That'd be a beast. Bateman is a very good wide receiver.
He is good.
Very underrated. Look, when it comes to Master Bateman, this guy knows how to grab with one hand and grab that ball and make sure he's secured. What do you think about Bateman and the possibility of Lions trading back and getting a Bateman?
I like Bateman for sure, man. He's a really solid linebacker, solid wide receiver, out of Minnesota there. He's the probably guy that's going to slip into the second round, though. But I do like him, man. I like how tough the kid is, and he'd be a really nice addition to that wide receiver room. I don't think I'd take him in the first, though. I don't think I would take him in the first, man. I probably like him more in the second round.
Jacob Walters says Detroit needs to consider McNeil pass rushing defensive tackle from South Carolina at their second pick. Do you agree? McNeil, the defensive tackle.
Oh, that's a guy that I haven't really been looking at too much. He kind of stumped me on that one, man. I got to do some more homework on that guy then. Sorry, guys.
Same here. Trade to 9 with Denver and their second. Hey, that would be legit to pick up a second-round draft pick to move back 2 spots. I'm down for it. I would definitely take that trade.
Oh, for sure, man. They can do that, man. That'd be really nice.
No doubt about it. One Pride 40, do you believe free agency is overrated? No, I don't think it's overrated. I think that people put too much cash into it. Like, you have to get the most expensive guy because that will make your team better. In the truth is this, that if you get a player, look at Albert Complainsworth. You get this guy, you pay him a lot of money, doesn't do well. Trey Flowers, you pay him a lot of money, it doesn't do well. I think it's important free agency that you pick up the right players at the right price for the right team and personnel. Like, it's got to be the right situation. You can do good. Look, Marvin Jones Jr., free agent, very good pick. Nate Burleson was a good pick. I think you can find quality players, and that would be the route I would personally go, but not just to spend all the money and be like the Washington football team getting Albert Complainsworth. What about you?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a little bit overrated?
I don't think the whole process is overrated. I think sometimes with the longevity of it, with where's this guy going to go? This guy's going to go. Like the J.J. Watt thing kind of was getting to me a little bit, man. Where's he going to go? 4 or 5 Arizona. I don't know, man. I don't think it's overrated, though. Like you said, Mike, you can get quality players. Like we picked up in the past. We picked up Marvin Jones. We've got Nate Burleson in the past. So you do get quality players, but no, I don't really think it's overrated, man. But I think it might just be overblown a tad, just a tad. But it's still fun.
Go Lion says he agrees. Well, I appreciate you. How much beef could we get Devonta Smith to eat before the draft?
Jeez.
I don't know, man. I'm going to give him some vice. I'm going to give him some vice. Okay, before you go to bed, eat some ice cream, some bananas, and during the day, have some ramen noodles, because apparently you can gain weight with ramen noodles. Anything to get some in there. Now, One Pride 40 says, fun fact, you could trade Flowers post June 1st. So just letting you know. I wonder how much the cap hit would be on that in a team. The issue is no team's going to take on his contract that I would see, because it's so bad.
Yeah, let me look that up, Mike. Let me look that up, man. How much pre June 1st?
Yeah, so go ahead and look that up, and I will get with the chat. Don't be shocked if the Pats move up. Yes, Pats could definitely move up. They got the 15th pick. The only time I would like to do business with the Patriots is moving back. Other than that, I don't want nothing to do with those Patriot players, Patriot way. No one's trading for that contract. That's what I kind of agree on there for sure. I'm sorry, Mike.
Pre-June 1st trade, you would save $3.147 million. So you could save some money. You could actually save some money in 2021. You still got to pay him a dead cap of $16 million, though.
I will trade him for a conditional 7th-round pick just to get him off the contract off there. On the Warpath, folks, you see that guy here called On the Warpath? Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's one of my favorite channels. He's part of ISN. It is on my channels in my featured list. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I love it, man. This guy is hilarious. He's not a Lions fan, but he's absolutely hilarious, and it's a great channel. Lions may be moving up. Okay, yeah, we haven't talked about this.
Starting trouble, this guy.
Matthew Stafford. Do you see the Lions moving up in the draft, Mark?
No, I have. For who? A quarterback?
It'd have to be a quarterback or a Penei Sewell. Maybe that.
Or a Penei Sewell or a Penei Sewell or a Slater if they really like him too. I don't see it. Not when you have only 6 picks, guys. I don't think Brad Holmes wants to do that right now. This could be done maybe next year when they got the 2 extra first. They got those extra first-round picks. So coming up, but as of this year, no.
I don't believe they're going to move up. in my opinion. With that said, Brad Holmes has been aggressive in the future. He moved all the way up to get Jared Goff when he's part of the Rams. I just think with the 6 draft picks that we have, we're probably trying to accumulate more draft picks and not lose draft picks. We got 113 in the building with only 55 thumbs up. That's straight crazy. The way to get this video, this live stream out, is you smash that like button. That's how you can support the channel, and that would be greatly appreciated. Do you think Flowers under new staff could play up to his value? He could. I hope so. God.
I don't know, man. He's a pretty consistent guy, man. It's like I don't know. Could he play?
If we got a competent player maybe on the opposite side of him that can demand some double teams, maybe that could help out.
Yeah, they'd be tough, man. He needs to stay healthy, for one. We need this guy to stay healthy. That's bottom line. How many games has he missed so far as a Lion? He's only been with us for 2 years, right?
2 years, and last year he was injured a lot.
He missed like 11 games or something, didn't he? 10 games?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he missed a few his first year, too. So he just needs to stay on the field. That's it. Come on.
What happens if we trade back to 19 and take Patrick Surtain? I know it would be a value pick, but my God, I just don't want to see another.
I might just do this. I might just say, I'm done. I don't know, man, if we do that, bro. We're going live on that one on that day, right, Mike?
What's that? Yes, we'll be live on that day. No doubt about it. It's going to be glorious. So make sure you're there for the NFL draft. And Travis Doyley dropping another super chat. He is on fire today. He says, we have one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. Whoever we draft or sign that O-line, it's going to play great, I believe. Yeah, I think that the offensive line, look, it was the most stable position I think we got on the team right now. I think it's going to continue to be stable. With that said, if they do draft an offensive lineman early in this draft, I think it's going to be a dominant offensive line. I think that would be insane.